Hello and welcome to the quarter cookery class with our little quarters here. Today we are going to be making an Easter themed Rocky Road, a really simple recipe that's quick to make and even quicker to eat. So we're just going to run through the ingredients that we require for our Rocky Road. We have 225 grams of milk chocolate, we've got 100 grams of unsalted butter, we have 50 grams of marshmallows, 50 grams of dried cranberries, 100 grams of rich tea biscuits. We'll be using 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and 200 grams of Easter mini eggs. Scarlett, would you like to start by melting our chocolate and our butter over a bain-marie of hot water? Pour that in for me. And the same with the butter. So this is going to gently cook over some simmering water. You can, if you don't have this facility, you can use a microwave. If you are using that, pop it in for about 30 seconds at a time, bring it out, stir it, place it back in. Just keep your eye on it though, because it can burn quite quickly in the microwave. This is a really easy way to keep your eye on the chocolate. So Scarlett is going to be mixing the butter and the chocolate together until it's nice and smooth and it's got that really glossy look to it and a really smooth texture. So Scarlett, can you keep your eyes on that by holding the bowl on one side, and then just with the spoon, just keep stirring, and as you can see, it's starting to melt. Savannah is going to be breaking up our dry ingredients. So our 100 grams of rich tea biscuits, she's going to break into a few pieces. We don't want them too small because we want to have that really rocky texture inside the cake. So Savannah, if you can do that for me. Whilst we're doing that, we're going to be throwing in the marshmallows. And the dried cranberries. I like to use cranberries in it because it gives that slightly soury taste which really combats the really sugary sweet chocolate and the marshmallows and the biscuits and the syrup. So it just really cuts through the taste but also adds that really chewy texture as well. So we've got the chocolate all glossy now and Savannah is just finishing the last mix on that. And what's going to happen is we're going to take this off the heat and then we're going to add a couple more ingredients, and you need to let that sit and cool down for about 10 to 15 minutes, just so that when we put it into the trays, it's at a safe temperature and it's already started to set slightly. So Savannah, I'm going to take this off. Scarlett, if you'd like to step in. Okay, what I am going to do is still leave this water for a second because we're going to put now 2 tablespoons of the golden syrup. I would say an adult to do this because it can get really, really messy. But I'm just going to place the spoon into the hot water just for a second, just to heat up the spoon itself. Then that should allow us to get the syrup and it'll drip much more easily into the chocolate. Scarlett, if you would like to stir. And in it goes. Stir that nice and quickly for me. And then we're also going to add the 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder just for that extra chocolatiness. And Scarlett, if you would like to mix, can you remember how we fold? So we go around the outside and cut down the middle. So folding it in just means you get a nice even distribution. So you circle around the outside and then you cut down the middle. Circle around the outside, cut down the middle. Yeah? While Scarlett's just folding that in, we're going to put the last of our dry ingredients. We're going to put our Easter mini eggs into the mix, but we're going to leave about a handful or so that we can decorate the top of our Rocky Road when we put it into our cases. So we're now going to add the dry ingredients into the chocolate sauce. Thank you, Savannah. Scarlett, if you want to start to mix that nice and gentle. And the idea here is that we coat each of that dry ingredients, making sure there's a nice even mix of everything, of the chocolate and the biscuit, the marshmallow, the cranberries, the mini eggs and the chocolate sauce. So we've got our chocolate mix here all ready to go. But what we've done in the meantime is we've lined our baking trays. Now you can use any shape. You can do small muffin ones, you can do the square tray bake. It just really depends on what kind of shape and size of dish you want to use. But what we've got here is we've lined them with cling film, but we put a couple of layers of cling film in different directions. It just helps then to make sure when it gets out it's not stuck in one place. Now these are all ready to go, and all we're going to do is we are going to tip in some of the mix, and then with the back of the spoon we're just going to push it out gently so that we get, I would anticipate, about an inch thickness of the mixture into the case. And if we need a little bit more, just spoon some more in there and push this out. Now what happens once this is all in, it will start to cool. It needs to refrigerate for approximately 1 hour. You will be able to see once it's done by gently lifting the cling film and just having a look around the bottom to see if it's set fully, and just give it a little touch test. And if it feels like it's gone quite brittle, then you can pretty much get it ready to slice. So our mixture now is ready to decorate. So girls, if you'd like to get the mini eggs and quickly put those onto your mix. That's it, you don't have to make any design because we're going to slice this up, so we've got really easy edible pieces to have and enjoy. So once this is done, we're going to pop it into the fridge for a good hour or so, and then once it's done, take it out, and then we'll do our taste test. We have one more instruction, ladies. The quicker you get this done, the quicker the next instruction comes, and that is to lick the bowl. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe, and we would like to wish you all a very, very happy Easter. Bye! So we've had 1 hour in the fridge chilling our Easter Rocky Road, and it's now to the all-important taste test. So Scarlett, Savannah, I can see you're very excited. Would you like to get a little piece so we can have a try for our audience? Okay, off you go. Ooh, nice crunch, good crunch there.
It's amazing.
What do you like about it?
It's really crunchy. I like all the things that go together, like the biscuits. I like everything that's in it. Yeah, I like the chocolate. So mostly everything.
Mostly everything, that's good. So I think that one is a winner chicken dinner. So this will sit for a good 7 days or so in a sealed container. What I suggest though with the chocolate is put some greaseproof paper between the different pieces, the levels, otherwise it can kind of get a bit sticky. And if the weather does stay hot, I'd probably pop it in and out of the fridge every so often, just to kind of reform the chocolate on there. But these will work great as gifts. If you're just sending things out or haven't been able to buy any Easter eggs, this is a great alternative for the kids to have on Easter Sunday. So wishing you a very lovely bank holiday weekend, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.